Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to look at the nomenclature of carboxylic acids and esters. We'll quickly go into carboxylic acids. So carboxylic acids, they have a functional group which is denoted by this, or sometimes denoted by that. Then they have a suffix of oic. So in other books, they are also known as alkanoic acids. So if we have something like this, which can also be represented like this is called methanoic acid. If we have something like this, CH3, COOH, so we just count the number of carbons as 1, 2, meaning ethanoic acid. In a case where we have two of the double bond, two of the carboxyl functional group, which is this. So if we have two of the carboxyl functional groups, it means that 2 represents, in chemistry, is represented by di plus oic. Then that gives you what we call a dioic. For example, we can have something like this. So in this case, we can count the number of carbons as 1, 2. Then this can be called 1, 2 ethane dioic acid, which in other books is written as ethane 1, 2 dioic. We can have also compounds like this, CH3, CH3, CH2, COOH, where this is your functional group. So if you want to name this particular compound, you start counting on that carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning you have a substituent at position number 3. So you can say 3 methyl. Sometimes you can say 1 to just state the position of the functional group, butanoic acid. But it's equally okay to say 3 methyl butanoic acid. Even like this, I will know that the position of the functional group is 1. Let's quickly look at esters. So what are esters? So esters are compounds that are formed when an acid reacts with an alcohol. So when an alcohol reacts with a carboxylic acid, they produce what we call an ester. So remember, alcohols are also known as alkanols. then these are known as alkanoic acids. Then they produce something that we call as alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. And this alkyl alkanoate is represented by something like this, then this, where I will say this represents what we call an alkyl, then this represents what is known as alkanoate. So the full name is known as alkyl alkanoate. So when answering or when writing the names of esters, we just have to identify which one is an alkyl and which one is an alkanoate. Let's look at examples. Let's say we have been given something like H O then CH3. So when we follow what we are just from discussing, we have this part and we have this other part. So this represents the alkyl and this represents the alkanoate. So the alkyl in this case is a methyl. Then an alkanoate also has got one carbon, meaning it's called methanoate. So when I put them together, it's going to be called methyl methanoate. Let's look at another example. What of a case where we're given CH3, then we have this, then we have CH2, CH2, CH3. So we have this, when we count the number of carbons there, it's 3, meaning it's a propyl. Then when we come this side, we have 1, 2, which means ethanoate. So when we put them together, it's going to be propyl ethanoate. Let's look at another case. Let's say we have something like C3H7, then bonded to C2H5. So when we follow the rules, this is 2 carbons, meaning it's ethyl. Then here we have 3 carbons plus this one here, so 4 carbons. So this part is called butanoate. So altogether it's called ethyl butanoate. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have CH3, then we have the ester, then CH3. So here, what is important is to identify the alkyl and the alkanoate. So this is your alkyl, this is your alkanoate. So your alkyl is a methyl. Your alkanoate, you have 1, 2. So it's ethanoate. So this will be called methyl ethanoate. Let's look at one last example. Let's say we have CH4H9, and CO, then C4H9. Following the same rule, when we split here, this is 4 carbons, meaning it's a butyl. Then here it's 4 plus this one 5, so 5 means pentanoate. So when we put together, it's a butyl pentanoate. One last example. Let's say we have CH. Okay, so C4, H9, C, O, then this is C, 2CH, 2CH3. Okay, so when we have something like this, when we split there, when we count the number of carbons, it means that's a propyl. Then here we have 4, there's 5, so it's pentanoate. So put together, it's going to be propyl pentanoate. Alright, see you in the next video.